I'm vlogging in public, but I'm gonna read The Alchemist for like the 5th time because I'm in Spain and I'm hoping to go down to Africa from Portugal, so I'm basically just going to pretend that I'm living that life as the whole book. The alchemist picked up a book that someone in the caravan had bought. Leafing through the pages, he found a story about Narcissus. The alchemist knew the legend of Narcissus, a youth who knelt daily beside a lake to contemplate his own beauty. He was so fascinated by himself that one morning he fell into the lake and drowned. At the spot where he fell, a flower was born, which was called the Narcissus. But this was not how the author of the book ended the story. He said that when Narcissus died, the goddesses of the forest appeared and found the lake, which had been fresh water transformed into a lake of salty tears. "Why do you weep?" the goddess asked. "I weep for Narcissus," the lake replied. "Ah, it is no surprise that you weep for Narcissus," they said, "for though we always pursued him in the forest, you alone could contemplate his beauty close at hand." "Was Narcissus beautiful?" the lake asked. "Who better than you to know that?" the goddess said in wonder. "After all, it was by your banks that he knelt each day to contemplate himself." The lake was silent for some time. Finally it said, "I weep for Narcissus, but I never noticed that Narcissus was beautiful. I weep because each time he knelt by my banks, I could see in the depths of his eyes my own beauty reflected." What a lovely story, the alchemist thought. Let's close the window so I'm not that weird girl talking to herself. I mean, let's face it, I kind of am. Okay, so I've returned to the hostel. I went to a nice park to just hang out, and my tonsils, like you can hear my voice is a lot more normal. My tonsils feel a whole lot better today. As you can see, you've been watching me doing very boring things such as doing my laundry, but that's all 100% part of being a backpacker. Like, you've got to have days where you like go shopping for food, or like you do your laundry, or you have days where you're just researching what to do next, and some days you just stay and sleep because like sometimes it's a very busy lifestyle. You're always walking places, you're always seeing new things, you're always absorbing new things, meeting new people, and I've had times where I just don't want to meet any new people. I just want to like hide in bed and like sometimes like hear people trying to talk to me, and I'm like, that's lovely, but I just want to sleep. Like, maybe it's because I'm not 100%. But anyway, it was a beautiful day at the park, as you saw. I had a nice time reading. I can't, unfortunately, upload here because the internet's really slow. But I did manage to watch Game of Thrones. It was very sporadical connection. Can we just talk about Game of Thrones for a second? Like, the thing is, I was talking with my cousin about it a few days ago, and he was saying he's disappointed because it's lost its, like, shock factor. And I agree 100%. Like, Game of Thrones used to be so much more bloody, used to be so much, like, people just dying that you liked. Like, they'd be like, oh, you like this character? We're gonna kill them. And it was 100% that show. And now I think because it's, like, it's gone past the books now, the TV series has gone further than the books. And they've gone on completely different angles as well. A lot's like coming together that like we've been hoping for a while. Like, if you haven't watched season 6 episode 4, just like fast forward a few minutes because I'm going to talk about that episode. Because when Sansa and Jon got reunited, my heart, I was I don't really like fighting scenes in movies and TV shows. I don't really like violence, so it's kind of like why you like Game of Thrones so much. It's because I like the characters and I just want them all to be happy. So for me, I'm also like, I agree the shock factor of the show is like kind of gone because we know what's going to happen in a lot of the storylines. But seeing everything come together just makes me really happy. Like the Starks getting back together and going back to take Winterfell again. We haven't really seen any of the White Walkers this season, which is fine. They're boring. Also, we're gonna get we're gonna get the Kingsmoot and a shit ton of, like, the Greyjoy family drama. I hate the Greyjoys! They're the most boring family! I hate reading Theon chapters. So boring. They're just like, oh, the drowned god, blah, 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 and everyone's just after Daenerys, and it's like, oh, we get it. And I love that Daenerys is gonna meet Tyrion, like, probably in the next episode. I'm so excited. Like, all these characters that we haven't seen the Starks together. So, oh my god, and if they see Rickon again, then it will be like 3 of the Stark kids together. I will, like, Oh, we didn't get any of the brand stuff in this episode. That was getting exciting because we almost saw what was in the tower. Woo! Anyway, I love Game of Thrones. Every Monday I just like have a big smile on my face. Oh, Jon Snow looks really sexy with his hair pushed back. See, he was wearing like a ponytail because Lysandre cut his hair off a little bit when she was bringing him back to life, and I was like, Jon, he's so much more attractive when he's not complaining. It was a good episode. I like Game of Thrones a lot. Yes. It's one of my big passions in life, Game of Thrones. Why do bad things happen to decent people? Oh. Do I have to talk again? There was a hair on the lens. So, I'm just ending the vlog now. I've just uploaded Madrid Day 1, so apparently the internet is good enough to upload, so I'm going to try and upload this video you're watching now, and we'll see how that goes. It's 11:11! Make a wish. Good night. Tomorrow I have another day in Madrid, so I'm going to go wander around the old towny part. You'll see. It'll be very exciting. Good night.